it going, everybody? So for today's video, I decided to mix it up again. I feel like we've done just about everything there is to do when it comes to these home workouts with the bands. So I figured I'd give you guys another respiration circuit to help you guys get in a better position and help you guys breathe a little bit better. So I got 3 moves for you today. And remember, all of this is geared around making our bodies better at alternating and reciprocating our movement through the rib cage, because whether you know it or not, there's a good chance you're favoring your right side. We stay lateralized over here in that right hip. We have a little bit of rotation through the spine, and we're trying to get us back to that neutral position so we can get better at being able to go from right to left, because a lot of us never truly get onto that left side. So here's what we got. We got 3 movements. We're gonna do each one 3 times through. So we'll do kind of like a little round robin circuit. The first one is going to be a 90-90 hip lift with a hemi bridge. So that's gonna look like this. I'm gonna flip over so I got my feet on the wall. I'm gonna be in this 90-degree position, and all I'm gonna do is take a nice inhale through my nose. As I exhale and blow the air out, I'm gonna scoop my hips under by pretending I'm dragging my heels down the wall to feel the hamstrings. So I get a nice little posterior tuck, and I'm holding that tuck with my hamstrings, okay? So once we're here, I'm going to then shift a little bit of weight into this left leg, and I'm gonna start to pull my right one off and take it straight up, okay? So once you do this, you're gonna feel your left hamstring start working a little bit harder now that's doing all the work. I still have this scoop. Now I'm just gonna try to breathe smoothly as I take my heel to the wall and then back up to vertical. So I'm gonna do these nice light taps, and you'll notice as the foot goes towards the wall, you kind of add some load, it gets more intense, and as it comes up, it gets a little bit easier. So I'll do 10 touches, and during this, I just want you breathing consistently. You don't have to match your breath with the touches. Just give me some nice slow in the nose, out the mouth, and focus on feeling the left hamstring, and make sure this knee isn't bowing out to the side. I want to keep that knee straight ahead, lined up right with my toes. Okay, so we got the 90-90 hip lift with hemi bridge. That one's a mouthful, and you'll do 10 on each side. And then the next one is going to be a left adductor pullback. So like I said before, we tend to kind of stay shifted into our right hip. I want to get you guys shifting a little bit more into the left. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the same 90-90 position, except I'm going to be laying on my side. And if you have one, a little folded up towel is going to be great for this one. So I'm on my side. I got my 90-degree angle again. My feet are flat on the wall. And then all I'm going to do is just kind of use my head as a pillow. You could grab an actual pillow if you'd like. I'm going to take this little pad or this towel. I'm going to put it right between my knees. So once I'm in this position, I might take my left foot a little bit off my right, just so it's kind of in more of a neutral position or hip distance. And you could even take it a little bit up if you want to bias more internal rotation, but we'll get into that next time. So we're just going nice little 90-90 here, feet are hip distance. I'm going to anchor myself to the wall a little bit. So I want to push both feet into the wall. And as I push both feet into the wall, I also want to feel my abs turn on and create a little bit of flexion in my back. So once I'm here, I'm pushing into the wall, especially with my right leg. As I inhale, I'm going to try to pull my left knee backwards. And as I exhale, I'm going to try to push it down into the towel. So inhales, I'm pulling back. Exhales, I'm squeezing the towel. The common mistake here is you inhale and pull back. When you exhale and push down, you come right back out of the hip shift. So I want you to constantly be pulling backwards. And on the exhales, you're still pulling backwards, but you're also trying to angle your knee down into the towel. So during this, we're trying to find those really high proximal adductors up in the inner thigh. So you should be able to get a good feeling on those. It will get more intense if you say you're not feeling it and you want a little bit more. If you move this left leg up a little bit and bias a little bit more internal rotation, you tend to get up there even a little bit more. So I wouldn't start there, but if you need a little extra, that does help. So again, inhales are pulling back, exhales are pushing down. I'm looking for 5. Remember, this is only on the left side up, right side line, okay? So we would do 5 breaths there. And now we're gonna flip over, and I'm gonna use this table just so you guys can see me a little bit better. Now I'm laying on my left side, and I got my toes a little bit up the wall. If I had a pillow or a bolster or something, I'd put them right underneath my shoes. But for right now, I'm just gonna have my feet right here on the wall or on this table. I'm in the same position. I got a slight round in my back. Abs are kind of on. I'm feeling this table or this wall. And I'm gonna really focus too on feeling my left obliques on this one. So if I push my left hip down, it's gonna engage my left obliques. I feel like a little lift here, so I wanna keep that engagement. Now, top leg, I'm gonna actually reach forward. So I wanna see my right knee go out in front of the left. And then once it's reaching forward, I'm gonna imagine my hips are frozen now with this right hip in front of the left. I'm gonna start to open this right knee. Doesn't have to be crazy high. I'm thinking about reaching my knee away and up. And when I get into this position, it doesn't take more than 1 to 2 seconds for me to start to feel my glutes screaming on that right side. So I'm gonna stay here, I'm gonna breathe. 5 big breaths in the nose, out the mouth, keeping my left obliques engaged, keep that right knee reach. And I'm just gonna continue those 5 breaths, trying to get my glute max rocking, okay? So those are our 3 movements. Again, we got the nice little hip lift hemi bridge, and that one's main focus, we're really getting this left hamstring to turn on and start working and helping to pull that pelvis back, because that left side tends to be a little dumped forward in that anterior tilt, so we're trying to use that hamstring to bring it back. And then that second one, we're trying to get into those high up adductors that are again gonna also help in that sucking back of that femur and that internal rotation of that left hip. So we're working on those adductors to get that little shift so that when you are running, walking, training, etc., you're able to fully shift into that left hip. And then that final one, working just as kind of a little helper on the opposite side, working on that external rotation, because if we're going internal on the left, external on the right is going to even just further encourage that little shift that's taking us into our left side. So we're going to work on that glute max on the right side with that last one. So hopefully after you finish all of these, if you were feeling a little bit out of balance, maybe like you just feel a little lopsided, this could be a great way to help get you back to what we will call neutral or neutrality, just kind of able to shift back and forth, all right? So again, I know it's kind of weird only training one side of something, but truth of the matter is we're asymmetrical, and that's just how it's got to be for a while. And eventually you can get to a lot more reciprocating movements, but in the beginning you kind of got to battle that pattern you've kind of ingrained in your body. So that's it. If you guys got questions, please reach out. Again, if you're wondering why I'm doing this on the left and not the right, or vice versa, give me a holler, let me know. Otherwise, hopefully you guys are having a great one, and we are back in the gym here soon.